What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Brandon Coin YouTube channel. We are on location for the new semi-temporary mining setup. I don't know how long it's going to be, but it's going to be here for a while. So I'm going to go ahead and flip it around. All right, so this is actually at my dad's shop. This is a back room that he was just kind of storing like a bunch of parts and stuff in here. But I went ahead and paid an electrician and had them run dedicated 30 amp lines. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 dedicated individual 30 amp lines. So you'll see there's 2 and 2. So those are our 4 dedicated 30 amp runs, and they go all the way to the front of the building. So pretty decent sized building. But I didn't realize he had so much available power out here. He has 400 amps on it. He also has a single 20 amp. This plug is daisy chained with that plug and that plug and then that plug, and that's all on one single 20 amp. He's not using like any of it in here, so I'll be able to actually use that. But the idea is, I think I drew it out on a little plan I had. For the time being, I'm doing riserless rigs. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 up there, 1, 2, 3 right there. And then he had another shelf right here that was just screwed in. I thought it was like a good shelf, but it was just temporary. I don't know if I'm going to put it back there, and then do 1, 2, 3 up there, and then maybe build myself a little small shelf down on the bottom to keep them off the ground, and do 1, 2, 3. So 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. And those are 8 card rigs. So I have the potential just in this area to do, what's that? 96 GPUs on this wall. And I have plenty of power to run those. Actually, way more than I need. Currently, I'm using 2 30 amp plugs for my setup, and I have a little bit of overhead on that. So I'll have another 2 that I can grow out to. And he was saying for the time being, he needs this area, but he's going to kind of go through a lot of this stuff, and he'll give me this section, and I'll be able to use that. Some people were telling me, why don't I use like a tent or put a tent in here, but then that would come off the wall, and he doesn't want me to use up a lot of his floor space just for getting in and out of. So fortunately, that's not going to work. I am going to be cutting a pretty decent sized hole up there, and I think we're going to go with, my dad was looking at some fans with me. I think it's a 48-inch fan. And then it's going to go, the ducting is going to go straight up and then straight out. And we were looking at the commercial, it's like the big square ducting, and then it's going to be vented on the outside of the building, which that building is covered out there, and it has a covering that goes out, I think it's like 15 feet. I'll go out there and show you if my battery doesn't die on my phone, but there's like no risk of any rain coming in. All right, so that's that parts room we were just in. Let me go up here. So the hole, he wants me to try to keep it somewhere in this area. We're going to cut that out. Boom, big hole, and then the ducting is going to come up and then turn and go straight out of the wall right there. Obviously right now it's not super important. I can just kind of vent it into the building. Sorry, I was running. I can vent it into the building because if anything, it's just a little bit of heat, and it should be able to soak that up and have no issues. But yeah, so I'm super excited. I think literally just mounting that fan right there, putting it on a temperature switch, closing that room up, I should have enough airflow if I need to. I was asking if I can put a subdivider in that room, like halfway through the room or quarter of the room off, just to make it a smaller area. And then I want to put my intake, let me go back up here. I want to put my intake over here on the front side, maybe over there. And I'm definitely going to do my intake smaller than my exhaust. I don't remember what it is technical wise that makes it better to have a smaller intake than an exhaust. For pressure, is that what it is? Back pressure, I'm not sure. I'm not even going to act like I know. But let's go over here. Here is where they ran the electrical down. So that's our conduit for our electrical. Not exactly maybe the way I would do it, but you know what? It is what it is, and it works. So I do still have to run. He has Spectrum over there. I'm going to run an Ethernet cable along the wall, down through here. Going to run it in through the bottom, and then over and then put my switch in. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm really excited. I think we're gonna start. All right guys, I am starting to pack up my house because we are selling. So I'm going through and trying to decide like what to keep, what not to keep, and I'm doing something that I don't want to do, but it's almost necessary because like space wise, I'm gonna be throwing away my GPU boxes. I was a big time cardboard hoarder. I used to keep all my boxes for resale, blah blah blah. Well, I've been keeping boxes now. I got 1050 Ti boxes, 1060 boxes. I ended up selling those cards. I still have the boxes. I don't know why I kept them. It's time to throw these boxes away. So pour one out for the old. I know a lot of people love keeping their boxes, but I just ain't got the room for it. Pour one out for the homies.